Get ready to roll because it's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama, and you, yes, you are invited to join the fun.
Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer.
It's your chance to bowl, meet celebrities, and make a real difference. Spots are filling up fast, so you don't want to wait. I don't want to brag, but my lane, my spot, already sold out. That's right, I will be there. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling.
The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama, Saturday, April 12th at the Oviedo Bowling Center.
Oh, yeah. Baby. Episode 49 coming in real hot, coming out of the cut. We in the cut. Welcome to a little program that I like to call Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel, and I've got great news for all the Joel lovers because my name is Rauce, that is Joel,
Hey.
and that is Nico Renato.
Hello.
And we are here to help you out with your drive into work or maybe your drive back home. You know, you're trying to relax. We're also trying to relax. We are the three kings of the vibe kingdom right now.
Ooh.
I like that. I feel like we are the three kings of vibes. It's self-proclaimed. No one has ever called us that.
We just did.
But I'm trying to stick to it.
Three kings.
Joel, you've missed the last two eps. You've been out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Been cruising it.
Been floating and boating.
Been floating, boating. How was the last 2 weeks? Happy to be back?
So happy. I talked to you, I'd say, a little bit more than I talked to my wife.
I'll take it.
I watched a lot of people go on cruises for their spring break. Weird place to be alone is on a cruise.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep on that. It's always weird in every circumstance.
I have never thought about that. Now, listen, if you go out to the movies by yourself, I'm like, I completely get it. Get it.
That's not 2 weeks long.
I don't get judgmental if you go to the movies by yourself. I did just feel my judgmental nerve get a little judgy if I see just a solo dolo person on a cruise not working.
Yeah. Every single time I go to immigration, you know, the borders and stuff, they go, just you?
Yeah.
And I know immediately they're like, he's got drugs.
Yeah. They look at you, they think drugs or maybe like a tragedy. Or maybe he's just not good with people.
Yeah, maybe it's a self-love cruise.
Maybe he never just figured out, other humans.
I give that vibe off too in public a lot. And the worst was I was assigned a dinner, a table, a reservation every night. And one night I showed up and I was the only one at the table. That's when it got weird because the servers only served me. More servers than dining people. I had a beverage person and a food person, both constantly checking on me.
Is cruising one of the worst, not the worst thing to do solo dolo, but like, is that the most judgmental? Like, what's one thing?
I was getting looked at. That's my point.
That's like, people are judging you because they don't know that you're working on the cruise.
Well, and like the servers do. I've worked there for 10 years.
Yeah.
They know that. They know, what I'm there for. The family at the table next to me did not.
Yeah, they're thinking like, he's about to take our life.
Yeah, honestly, they're like, where are the exits?
You have like a big table, there's 6 chairs, just you.
Well, also people are dressed up and I'm wearing shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah.
I care not at all. It's funny. So it was great. The ocean is something everybody should look at.
Yeah.
It's kind of humbling. You look at the ocean, you're like, oh yeah, nothing matters at all.
There's
get some banger sunsets. It's a good time.
The one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and I briefly told you about it, and this is a new thought, and this podcast is always an experiment of trying to find out how humans human, because that's, I think, for all three of us, something so painfully interesting.
We all identify as human.
And sometimes I hear the narrative. I hear these narratives, and every now and then, I just like, oh man, I don't know if I agree with that. That's kind of the fun part about being a human. Figuring out what you agree with and what you disagree with.
And there's no consensus. Everybody thinks something different. So it's constantly a good fight.
Sometimes it will tell a lot about somebody when you have an opinion. Like if you ask somebody like, hey, what's your favorite color? And they go, I don't know. I'm like, brother, you're the only person who could know. You've got to figure this out.
Get in the game.
And now you times that same question to every other serious topic or every even minute detail. That's your identity, your personality. That's what you'll come to grips with. But I've always heard this narrative of like the easy path to happiness in life is to cut out all the negative people in your life. And
I mean,
first of all, no. Second of all, that's a big ask. But I don't know. I just
because like, how many mostly positive people do you even know?
And then, do you trust the mostly positive people? Because the mostly positive people, they work over at Chick-fil-A, and they're a little too nice over there.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to talk to somebody on Sundays.
Yeah.
Like, what are they really doing on Sundays?
What are they doing on Sundays? They're probably smoking dope.
Yeah.
They're
Probably worse.
Yeah, they're flipping quaps over at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get at is that like that whole notion, I've heard it more than once throughout my entire life of like you got to get rid of the negative people. And what I would like to tell everybody, and here comes my an opinion from my personality, is that there's a balance to that. Don't just only a Sith speaks in absolutes.
Yeah.
You know, like
You got to keep a couple of bummers around just for perspective.
Perspective and
Comedy.
dude, they are the negative people are hilarious.
Okay, hold on. Let me get some clarity on this, though. Are we talking negative as a sense of like, oh, just like Debbie Downers, or are we talking like toxic people who manipulate?
I don't think we're specifically saying.
So
I think that's probably where the nuance lies.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, cut all negative people. You're gonna have to give me more details, because like, granted, yes, manipulative, toxic, all of that. I'm not saying you can't get rid of negative people. I'm just saying, friendly reminder, negative people bring a lot to the table. George Carlin, I would consider that was a pretty negative act, but guess what? It was truthful.
Sure.
Why would you throw away negative? Why would you throw any form of honesty or truthfulness, even if it comes at you negative?
Because I know some pretty
you're weak.
pessimistic people.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I think
Yeah.
if you can't handle it,
Yeah.
like this overwhelms me, or maybe that's where it comes from. I don't know. I've never said that.
Yeah, but you've
try
heard
not-
it, right?
Oh, big time. But I usually get, hey, Joel, you're so positive. And I'm like, well, a lot of it's fake. But I'm just saying,
I'm gonna take that, dude. You always seem happy. I'm lying.
yeah, that means we don't know each other that well. My closest friends know that it's a constant struggle.
And there is a place for small talk, because it's always weird. You ever ask somebody, they're like, "Hey man, what's up?" And they go, "Do you have a moment?" You're like, there is a place for small talk, and there is a place for those things. But like,
That is a real empty greeting, though. It's like in England, everyone says, "You're right." You're right.
All right.
you're
That's
right.
just like hi. It does not mean are you all right in any way.
Yeah.
You know how many times people have asked me like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Good," and then when I walk away, I think like, "I'm not good." Why did I say that? I think it's because we just didn't have enough time for me to like get into it.
No, the answer is because you care about that person. Honestly, maybe even a little bit more than yourself. Now, granted, that's a small talk situation in that scenario. Trust me, it's weird if you go, "Hey,
Although, if you notice, he didn't say, good, how are you? He just went, good, and then walked away.
Right. So I'm selfish as well.
Exactly.
But like that, yeah, dude, that social situation when people go like, "Hey man, how are you?" If you answer that honestly, like they will go, "Oh, all right. I didn't want you to actually answer it." Like no one actually answers the question of how are you.
I'll tell you who does.
Who?
The elderly.
Oh, dude, they are very good at that.
Because you did ask,
Yeah.
how are you? Well,
Well,
the results came back.
yeah, I tore my hibiscus. Straight blew out my ficus.
Your whole garden is hurt?
But you're right, dude. Old people.
I'll tell you.
Touche, dude. We once again another lesson to learn from old people.
Honesty.
Yeah. They
And
don't have-
negativity.
They don't have time for
They literally don't have time.
They literally don't have time. They have 2 months left. So when you go, how are you? They're like, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Because I want to finally answer this question honestly. Because for the last 70 years, I've just been saying, I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
You need to flip it and go, they won't let me drive anymore. My daughter never calls me.
Some of the most criticism is a negative thing, but guess what criticism is? Beyond needed. It's stupidly needed. It's what holds us accountable.
There's a catharsis in that. It feels good to hear somebody else yell what you thought but didn't know how to put into words.
Yeah, that's God, man, we need old people.
That's why we're talking about Metallica.
Yeah.
That's another example. Sometimes you just want to listen to loud, mad music in your car.
Double
yeah.
bass.
I can't make it. So I need other people to make that for me, and I'll eat it.
Oh, Metallica was getting me so hyped this morning on the way here.
You walked in juiced.
I was juiced.
What song?
Give me fire. Give me double chat.
I was like, this can't just be the Celsius.
Celsius mixed with Metallica
it just goes too hard.
Is that the Renato cocktail of life?
It's Red Bull and vodka for him, you know?
No, I mean,
that's
it's Metallica and Celsius.
Can I get a Metallica and Celsius?
They're like, buddy, you are one. The mirror's in the bathroom.
Oh God, they just get me so pumped. They're so drum heavy. Lars.
They are. Lars goes hard.
Lars goes harder than I thought. I don't know. I just thought he was like kind of like a weird.
Oh no,
he's complaining about Napster and whatever, but
I think he's both.
He's talented.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah, he's really good.
The whole band is a legendary band.
I got to say something about negativity too.
Yeah.
And I'll point it at you,
Please.
Even though you are a very happy guy, even though some of it's fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were talking about our writing process. And I was telling someone, I wrote like.
Let me take a quick break because I need to talk to you guys about that mortgage guy, Don. If it wasn't for my wife being a realtor, I wouldn't know anything about mortgages. Luckily, I'm married out of my league. She showed me how important it is to get second opinions. A recent study showed that less than 20% of people compare their first mortgage quote. What that means is that there's a lot of people leaving money on the table. Honestly, my life changed when we got a different deal on our mortgage. And that's where that mortgage guy, Don, comes in because he makes it easy to compare quotes. All you have to do is just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, boom. You're going to find out if you are having a good deal or a bad deal. And lastly, one of my favorite things about Don, he's as Orlando as it gets. How do I get a hold of him? You can catch him at thatmortgageguyDon.com or right here on Real Radio 104.1 with his own show every Saturday morning. Check him out. He's awesome. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
30 pages today. This was out on
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh wow, how much do you have left?" And I said, 5 of it'll be in the show. But what I need to do is write 30 pages and then give it to Rauce. And they were like, "Oh, does he not like?" And I went, "This is not what it's about. I baked 12 cakes for 2 people."
Yeah.
And he goes and he makes you prove that it's funny.
Yeah. Hold it to the fire.
Prove it. Why? Do we need that? Why? And then I said, by the end of it, it's great. It's the perfect serving size.
You know, when people don't take criticism or they can't look at it as somewhat of a vegetable with fiber that, listen, broccoli with like a little bit of sea salt, not that appetizing, but you're going to need some of it in your diet.
Yeah. You can't just think everything's great or nothing will be.
Yeah, and then why would you cut that part or that voice out of your life? I don't know. I wanted to really just, on this episode, just like, if you are a negative person, bro, you're still bringing something to the table.
For sure. I think negativity can be inspiring.
It's a balance. If you are too negative, you're right. No one wants to be around you. But if you're too positive, I'm going to ask you what your favorite color is, and you're going to say, I don't know.
Also, you pointed out a couple of examples of comedians that use some form of negativity, you know, like in a creative way.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they are creating means they're not a negative person.
Yeah.
You can't be that's a whole different convo, I guess.
Yeah.
But to be producing things for people's enjoyment, even if it's an angry tone, isn't totally negative.
Yeah.
I think it's the people that sit there and judge and don't do anything. They
If-
don't produce any creativity. They don't give anybody anything except negativity or criticism. And those people can die.
Yeah.
I
trolls.
agree that those trolls need to go back under their bridge and shut up forever. If you're not bringing anything at all except negativity,
Yeah.
go kick rocks.
It's a balance. I'm fine with if the majority of you is negative, but you still need to tell me what your favorite stuff is.
You got to have some favorite
Because
stuff.
you have to have something. Now, it's so easy to say cut the negative people out of your life. Well, what happens if one of your best friends is having a bad day? That's negative.
You got to cut them.
Are you going to cut him out of your life because he's going through a breakup?
But also, if you're dealing with somebody who's extremely negative and like, I'm thinking more toxic, don't be afraid to cut. If it's affecting your life,
Yeah.
and your choices, and you feel trapped and like all this stuff, like
There's a balance.
Yeah, it's like you're making a soup. You taste it. You see what do we not need more of?
Well, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
If I put that in there, I've already got that. We don't need more of it. I think that's smart. That's like you always constantly have to taste the soup. Mm-hmm. And if somebody on the other end of the thing, if somebody's got what the soup needs, you need to open up. You're like, wait, I could level up with this person in my life.
And guess
know?
what?
Right,
And
right.
sometimes the soup needs is the spiciest pepper. That negative curmudgeon over there who
that ingredient that doesn't taste good by itself, but added to the pot.
added
Yeah.
to the pot, dude. All of a
Like,
sudden,
I don't want a spoonful of tahini,
yeah.
but once every 2 months, I can hang out with them on Saturday.
No.
Oh yeah, I'll rim a margarita with it.
And like,
in a while.
and I think
Do whatever you want behind closed doors.
like, would you? It has to be true that negative people are more honest. They tend to be more honest than a positive person.
Oh, for sure. I have a lot of negative friends. I like it. And I have a lot of mad friends, people who get angry.
Yeah.
Which I don't particularly do, but it reminds me that that's a part of humanity.
Yeah.
And then I realize I'm like, I do get mad. I just don't express it. And this person does. It must feel great. And I kind of walk away from the interactions with these friends and go, yep, still not for me. But but I'm glad to understand it more and watch people get angry about things and see what they look like. And do I want to look like that?
And
I always tell my boys, nobody looks cool mad. And that's not entirely true, because if you've seen like Breaking Bad or
yeah.
there's a lot of cool examples of people being mad, but I don't know. Warrens don't do it well.
Yeah.
Warrens don't mad well.
I have some friends that are like pessimistic though, just like that traditional SNL Debbie Downer, wah wah wah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
What an Eeyore.
yeah, with an Eeyore,
I guess I won this award, but it's pretty heavy. So.
Dude, this happened recently.
But it offers like a different perspective on. But it's cool though because it's another opinion and.
But if you don't have anything to disagree with, then you miss out on an opportunity of, once again, going back to this, finding out what your favorite color is.
Yeah.
If you hear something that is like so glass half full and you feel your brain pulling on like a reaction, that's you being a human subconsciously going, well, what do I think about that?
right.
Yeah, when you hear an opinion, your brain is automatically going to ask the question of what's my opinion? And I beg of you, if you are very nice, overly nice, you're always going to miss that opportunity to maybe say kind of the wrong thing, but it's the honest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truthful thing. It's I don't know, man.
Not the people pleasing thing. It's how you really feel.
I had this happen recently. I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine, about the new theme park that Universal's making, and I was like, dude, I heard it costs like $7 billion, right? And that's a lot of money. He goes, yep, and that $7 billion is just going to make all of us people who don't have billions of dollars pay for that tab for the rest of society. And I was like, and once again, subconsciously, my brain went to how do I feel about this? And my opinion and my feeling was like, so you're just going to disregard everything that was just built for solely entertaining you?
Yeah.
Like, both things are true.
Yeah.
That it's entities are there to make money, but they can also deliver an experience.
And what a weird way to look at it. It's not like they went, what if we took $7 billion and fed everyone who was hungry? They were just like, we have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have a good idea of what to do with $7 billion.
So there's one thing that I really wanted to do, and I didn't really officially get consent on something. I actually have smoking gun evidence of negativity being great.
All right, bring it.
All right. And by all means, I don't know if we will cut this or not, because I did not really ask for official permission on this. But this was negativity in like the greatest way I've ever heard. Renato, do you know what I'm talking about? This is solely why we brought up negativity.
Okay.
All right. We have a really weird pre-show tradition here on Good Sauce. We rap
We do rap.
and we never record it. We never record it. Last week,
That's a little bit true.
well, yeah, it's a little
We
bit.
never
true.
share it.
We never share it. We put.
Because there's no judgment, there's no negativity on our raps.
There's no negativity
You
on
can
our
say
rap.
anything on these raps, but because we do say anything, no one's going to hear most of these raps.
But all of a sudden, Renato was feeling some type of way, and he needed to express himself. And
I believe the topic we were rapping about was eating our feelings.
eating our feelings.
Yes.
And this was your rap, and this is smoking gun evidence that there is a place for negativity in society, because this will be the saddest and hopefully one of the most memorable moments you will hear on this podcast.
Oh, wait, hold on. Just because this is his debut performance, let me announce it like he's the musical guest
Yeah.
on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Nico Renato.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my dad. I love
Like
you.
Eminem.
I do love you.
He had to go first.
On the track, bro.
A lot.
Sad bitch. I'm glad bitch. On a Saturday, I'm mad bitch. I eat my feelings. I'm chunky. Peanut butter like a monkey. I flow. Y'all already know that I don't flow. But it's cool though. I like to say that I flow when I rap, but in reality, my life is just a bunch of crap. I suck, I really, really suck. That's why I eat a lot and don't give a f. I eat a lot and get sad. I watch a lot of movies because I miss my dad. I miss my dad all day, every day. I just wish that he would call me up just to say, hey, what up, son? What it do? What it be like? Hey, do you want to see me ride my motorbike? Do you want to see me maybe come to a Jags game just to be with me? You know I'm 3 hours away, but can I come down there? It's a two roadway. I'm always trying. He's not trying. I'm just kidding. He's trying, but he has anxiety. So do I. It's hard to communicate through Wi-Fi. I am really sad. I wish I had a relationship with my dad. Hey, I know you feeling me too, Ross. You in a similar boat. Go ahead, kick the rocks off the socks.
I'm laughing so hard I might throw up. No, Dad, yeah, the glow up. Oh, man. Guess what? Welcome to that Dead Dad Club. 3 7s, yeah, no, never gonna happen, no luck. This is your existence. Guess what? I'm a dad. I hope to God he makes it longer than I had. That's why you need negativity in your life. That's why you need negativity in your life. If you don't have a negative friend, I think you're lying to yourself. Find a curmudgeon. Ask them how they're doing. Get disappointed with their answer.
Rap with them.
Rap with them. Rap with them. It's hard to communicate over
Wi-Fi. You already know that I don't float.
We'll take a quick break.
Don't.
We'll take a quick break. Stay right there. Embrace some negativity if you're too positive. It's okay to frown. We'll be right back.
Hug a loser.
Why are you hugging me?
I'm sorry.
To all of our listeners, Joel and I are the arbiters of cool.
We decide.
Do you know what's really cool? Everything vintage.
I'm the vintage member of this podcast.
The best at vintage apparel in all of Central Florida is Foundation Records.
And guess what? They're always looking for the hidden gems in your record collection.
Go visit Alex and Peter Cohen over at Foundation Records. You will not regret it. Hit them up at foundationrecordsfl.com. That's foundationrecordsfl.com. If you live in Central Florida, you are very lucky because you live where the History Center is. We're talking 4 floors of imagination, 4 floors of storytelling, 4 floors of history.
And as always, they will be having their 3rd Thursday event. It is absolutely free. Free! They're open late from 5 to 9. There is absolutely no charge.
It's the perfect date night. Visit thehistorycenter.org. Get on board with thehistorycenter.org.
choo-choo.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. Come on back in. Let me clear off the doormat.
Get a little dusty.
It's getting a little dusty. Thank you. If you are listening to this, that means that you enjoy our little Good Sauce podcast / radio show / fun emporium.
Yeah.
I have first of all, my name's Ross. That's Joel Warren.
Hey.
That's Nico Renato.
Shredded.
Shredding.
That's not Nico shredding.
That was not that.
No. I was air shredding though.
You were air shredding. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the air bass. Everyone plays the air guitar. Then you see my finger and middle finger just straight strumming,
Yeah.
and people know like, oh damn, dude, is that guy playing an air bass?
Slapping the bass.
Yeah, dude, I'm slapping air bass.
I like that.
Yeah.
You took the simpler instrument and then still didn't play it.
Bro, on my Metallica run this morning, I was dash drumming. You ever dash drum?
Oh yeah, like you're playing the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What music gets you the most like? It's rap for me. Like a most per capita 3-minute song to emotion given to me from said song.
Oh no.
If it's it has to be like the right rap song. Like there's some rap songs, not all rap songs, but some rap songs just make me, I think I'm about to sell drugs and maybe I'm about to hit the streets and I've got a white fur and I feel cool about it. Like it puts me in this like, God, I am the man. You know?
Yeah, when Project Pat released I Was Raised in the Projects, like I was living in Naples, Florida, but I felt
Yeah. Like you were deep in the project.
Yeah. Project Pat will do that to you.
Coming up.
No, but the genre that is the most emotionally attached genre for sure is country music.
Whoa.
Well, I was not ready for that.
Wow.
Country music.
For you get emotionally connected or it gets you pumped?
No, not pumped.
But emotionally,
I wouldn't say
it's
pumped.
the most invested you get with
Yeah.
the genre of music.
I feel like
Like
I'm reading
nobody-
a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually like the similar themes of like, you know, sad things. My truck broke down, or like a great uncle who you looked up to, and the whole song. You find out at the end you're at his funeral. You're like, oh, I wasn't expecting the uncle was dead the whole time.
Yeah,
Twist.
there's a lot of twists.
There's a lot of twists in country music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, his mom was his dad?
My girlfriend died and my truck left me.
My girlfriend's battery died, and my truck
And I
ran
broke my
off with
truck's
another.
heart. my
My truck
girl,
ran off with a Miata.
My girl ran out of oil, and I broke my truck's heart. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I think the juxtaposition of like country music being your pump up jam is funny though.
Oh no, definitely not the pump up jam. No,
Like if you were gonna do your set at a dunk contest,
Oh, okay.
you're not blasting country.
Yeah. Oh man, it's either
It would
like
be funny if you did.
Just like a slide guitar. Just like, starts as he starts dribbling the ball.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, Let's get up.
It's like a harmonica or something.
You go for the dunk. It's just a sad layup. Straight zeros.
Cracker Daryl.
What's the genre of music?
Cracker Daryl.
Cracker Daryl.
You know, like we're always trying to find out the specificities of our personalities. I'm looking for you, Joel. What genre of music? And not your favorite, but just the most that gets the most exclamation point out of you.
I mean, I'm so boring, Ross. I listen to a lot of jazz.
That's
I
fine.
listen to classical music.
I also class
I'm pretty
out.
chill, but if I'm trying to like go to a dunk contest,
Yeah.
it's still the same music.
Nice.
Like I don't need it to be pump up music. I listen to a lot of hip hop too, but that's not where it is for me.
There was a 3-year
What a bummer.
No, that's still fine. I listen to a lot of classical music mainly in the morning. I've yet to, that's my favorite genre just to
Get the day started.
get the day started. But sometimes classical music goes from like symphony and soft to all of a sudden I'm in hell. And do it.
True.
Bang, bang, bang.
That's true.
Like, whoa,
You know what
I skip more classical tracks than
Yeah.
any other genre. And I would say classical music, believe it or not, is my favorite genre.
You got a couple favorite composers?
God almighty, Thomas Bangalter. He
I'm ready for that.
yeah, Thomas Bangalter is the one half of Daft Punk.
Yeah, he has a whole class. You sent me that.
Right? Daft Punk ends and he goes, I like classical music. If you're a big Daft Punk fan, Bangalter made an entire orchestra. I listened to that 20 to 30, 25 times from start to finish.
Yeah.
And there's still a couple of tracks where I'm like, too much. I'm in hell.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. This is too heavy. For 3 years, I have never told anybody this. For when I first
Oh,
started
say it
doing
into a microphone.
yeah.
No one's listening.
Because looking back on it, it's a little embarrassing, but hey, it worked. For the first like 3 years of doing stand-up, I would listen to Man of Steel when Superman flies, because that's like one of the best orchestra score tracks that I have ever consumed, and it would just get me so pumped. Never made me feel cool like rap does, but it made me feel like I'm all right, we're ready. And it became like a tradition. So I would always go out listening to Hans Zimmer, just blaring the Man of Steel soundtrack in my ears.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's your pump up jam?
It's
I
good.
can see that though, for sure.
The real test is all, like when I've done stand up with you and they say, what do you want to come out to? And I'm like, I just forgot every song I've ever heard. I always just say girl talk.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to
played
be.
for you that one time.
Yeah.
I
said it to you. See, it's true.
Whenever-
we never lie on this show.
Whenever they ask me what song, I always go, anything DMX. Because it's just really funny to hear DMX and then
See you.
see a White Gumby come out. You know, like,
I always thought the
What's up, Ocala?
the perfect entrance song for Ross is that is Too Much Sauce.
yeah, Too Much Sauce is a
Much
banger.
Sauce.
I
That is
love
a
that
good
song.
one.
What other, man, I keep thinking about things that get the most emotion out of you.
I think when I want to run through a wall when I hear like System of the Down or like Wicked.
So this is weird.
The musical.
What
Musical, yeah.
that what a bookend that was right there, dude.
Yeah, that's another Metallica and Celsius right there.
You
System of the Down, Wicked.
you went with the band that has a song called Violent Pornography to the musical Wicked.
Listen, when
You
you're,
went from Violent Pornography to Defying Gravity.
when you're defying gravity, there's no other feeling like it.
Defying pornography.
Girl Talk is about to do the remix.
Yeah. Oh, Girl Talk. Yeah, he needs to do that.
What'd you call it? Defying Pornography?
Defying pornography. I like to listen to Guar and Oklahoma.
That's so good.
No, or honorable mention, any Spanish dance collaboration, anything.
Okay.
If you put a house track with some Spanish music,
Little reggaeton.
that's it.
See, and we
that.
one thing though that I just learned about all three of us, or at least we got reminded of, there isn't a genre of music that we haven't tickled at least a little bit in our life.
Yeah, it's not that we don't care about music. We listen to an insane amount of it, and like a lot of it.
But it's still rap for me. If I put on Dead Prez, if I put on hip hop, there's a reason why Chappelle's Show always had that song, because my God, that makes me feel like I'm invincible.
And as an audience member, it makes you feel like it's about to be good.
And it's cool.
It's like, oh yes, like we've obsessed over music in our shows before, but like that's why.
Yeah.
If you hear the right song at the right moment, you feel like it's a cooler day than it was.
What's the best? Go ahead.
Sorry, I just thought of the ultimate genre of music that makes you want to run through a wall.
Chicago Bulls warm up.
Oh yes, I didn't think of that, but that's not it.
That is good.
Okay.
Korean,
Whoa.
specifically women Korean metal,
Like
like Give Me Chocolate.
yeah,
like baby
like
metal,
baby metal.
baby metal. Yes.
So and did you have that? Were you expecting that?
No, I don't think I've heard that.
So you went
Everyone that is listening to this right now, after you're done listening to the podcast,
Twice.
go to your music and type in baby metal and listen to the song Gimme Chocolate
yeah, it goes hard.
and find a wall and run through it.
Yeah.
Any wall will
Drywall,
do.
no studs.
Correction, actually, we do have some specifics about the wall you can run through. What's the best song you've seen live? I know. I'll go first. I'll give you some time. I saw Aerosmith do Dream On, and that was like one of the most epic things I've seen. Steven Tyler comes out through the stage on a baby white grand piano. There's smoke, like he was just vaping a whole bunch down below, and then he comes out. That was like a goosebump. Like, I can't believe I'm here right now.
Yeah.
It's a real moment.
I mean, I saw Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live, and
Epic.
every song I was like, oh.
I forgot.
I forgot they sang that too. It was just all bangers, and it was at Bonnaroo, so it was like.
Yeah.
But also, I saw Beck open for Radiohead,
That's fun.
and they kept singing Radiohead songs or like yelling out for them, and he did one on the fly, and they started booing because they were like,
Yeah.
It was. I was just so punk rock. I think Beck for me. That was pretty cool, and it was acoustic at Bonnaroo, so it was 80,000 people, and he's just playing an acoustic guitar, which is pretty punk rock.
Yeah, that's bad.
In front of 60 of them weren't there to see him, because everyone was just ready to see Radiohead, and their whole set was incredible, and that's like going to rock and roll church kind of.
So,
I would describe it.
Renato, I know one of your favorite concerts off rip, but is it your favorite?
I saw NERD do lap dance with two drummers.
Oh.
And that was really epic.
What year? NERD was like
get this, dude.
They went hard, but not for very long.
So it was the tour with
Short.
NERD, Rihanna, Lupe Fiasco, and Kanye.
Dude, he saw that.
Headlined it. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
It was nuts. Yeah, it was really cool. And
I saw Travis Scott last year. I got a free ticket to that, and those seats were like way too good. Like those seats were hundreds of dollars where I was at, and that was memorable. But it also just made me go like, man, I feel like you're just hosting an explosion right now.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like the host of a firework display in a party. Like this doesn't even really feel like music. It's a vibe, and I'm having a blast. But like,
Dude, Dawson went to his first concert last weekend.
oh my god, first concert, Renato.
Ludacris.
First concert, Joel.
Dave Matthews Band.
First concert, Slightly Stupid. What was his first concert?
Tyler, the Creator.
Oh my god, dude.
Epic.
Tyler the Creator.
And he asked for it for Christmas.
Oh, man.
And I mean, out of nowhere. And he was like, this is my first concert. And he's really into Tyler, Creator and knows all of it. Like, he didn't go in uneducated.
Yeah.
And he's cool, and he even thought about his outfit.
If I could hear
Shout out Dawson. He won't ever hear this. But it's cool to have cool kids. Dude, Paul Wall's playing the Busch Gardens Food and Wine Festival in like a week.
Iceman
I have been on record of saying that Paul Wall is
instrumental.
in race relations here in America.
very-
We need to support our guy.
Very much like a Celsius and Metallica, or Wicked and System of the Down. May I suggest Paul Wall and Iron Gwazi? It's a Renato.
That is
Also, shout out Iron Gwazi. That might be the best roller coaster I've ever been on. We went to
Better than the OG Gwazi?
yes by a
Oh,
lot.
that OG Gwazi down in Busch Gardens will shake a kidney stone out of you.
Oh,
This one
absolutely.
will shake two out. This one is the most violent ride I've ever. It's incredible.
I've
Iron
heard
Gwazi
that-
rules.
I've heard that like some people go on roller coasters and because they never put their body through that, it shakes some stuff inside and they're like, oh, just lost a tonsil.
Yeah. Oh, we rode that, and then Landon was like, Trisha's crying. And she goes, I'm not. It went so fast that tears started to come out, but I could have cried. Shout out Trisha. Shout out Landon. Shout out everybody.
the coolest part of my first concert. Man, I've yet to see anything like, because there's such a thing as too big of a concert. See, that's what I was missing at Travis Scott was like any bit of intimacy because I'm in an arena. I saw Travis Scott at a strip club on my bachelor party perform at like 2 a.m. and that was way better.
Well, yeah, because the acoustics in there are good.
Well, it's not. The acoustics were jiggly. They were.
The sound can bounce around that room.
Yeah. All the fake plastic just helps out in the noise. But there's such a thing as too big of a concert, and there's such a thing as too big of a venue for a comedy show. And it's such a bummer and I get why they do it. They are making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, the demand is there.
A night. So it would be foolish to not take advantage of that time in your career. But man,
But the special that is why everyone was there was not filmed in a stadium.
Exactly.
It was a comedy club or a theater.
When I saw Slightly Stupid, it was in Janus Landings, St. Pete, and a guy climbed up like 40 feet and dangled from the top structure. And it was
It's a bad hand gesture for that. I'm glad this is a radio show.
It was what was wild to me though is that it almost seemed staged. I don't even rule out that it's not staged because when the guy started climbing Slightly Stupid, they stopped playing, put a spotlight on the guy, and did a drum roll. And everyone was like, oh.
Do it.
And then when he got to his top, he put his hands up on the structure and he started kicking his feet. Beat drop, band kicks in back into song. Bro.
Wow.
Cheeks are getting leveled. Like that.
Have you ever seen the Eddie Vedder climbing?
Yeah, with the mic cord.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Bro climbed up like probably 3 stories across to get a microphone that he had swung up there.
Yeah.
Gets it. And then comes back down. I mean, he is
Does he start like rocking out up there too? Like
Yes!
with the mic, I think he starts singing up there.
like a little rock and roll monkey up on the ceiling.
Pearl Jam, right?
Pearl Jam, yes.
Yeah.
Man. Live. When the venues get too big, and you didn't drop thousands of dollars to be up against that stage, and even then, in those arenas, the stages are so big.
You know what? I think the only acts that can fill those are DJs. Because then you're looking at a screen.
It's weird to agree to that,
but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not watching somebody. I don't know. It's very different.
It doesn't need to be that intimate.
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
need to
more
be that
big,
intimate.
Big room, like DJs are for like the masses.
It's almost like DJs. The bigger the venue, the bigger the crowd,
The more energy.
the more energy, and the more epic.
Right.
You've been to like EDC. And, yeah. It works.
It's really sad if there's only 20 people at EDC.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
I don't think this music's very good. You throw in 75,000, all of a sudden you feel like. Do you remember the end of Matrix or one of the Matrix movies when they're like, "Hey guys, the world's gonna end. We might as well dance and have sex until the night ends."
Yeah.
And they have like this crazy rave orgy thing going down. That's music
essentially
festivals.
yeah.
Those are we're all gonna die. Plur, plur your face off.
Want a bracelet?
I want a bracelet. I made it.
I do every time I go to one of those festivals think like, is this how we would live? Like if,
We didn't
society
have taxes. Honestly, I've got bad news. No.
Yeah.
it'd
No.
probably be way more grim than that.
Try to organize that during the apocalypse. Guys, Guys, everybody just calm down.
Blur. Let's remember. Peace, love, the four.
Unity,
Guys,
respect.
none of us are really gonna drink.
Make sure to drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not happening.
That's EDC doesn't happen when the end of the world goes down.
I told you the it's incredible at midnight when they shut EDC off and it's over because of the noise ordinance.
Yeah.
And it just goes from the epitome of sound and vibration and then all of a sudden it's off, lights on, go walk through Paramore and go to downtown. It's the wildest walk.
And the
Yeah,
people
it's wild.
watching. I once I once saw an ass walking out of EDC. It was in a thong. It was in fishnets. And no matter the quality of ass, what's the first you look at?
Of course.
You're looking at some cheeks.
They didn't put it out to not have it looked at.
right? And I'm like, that's a dude. That's a dude.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah, everyone's got one. Butts are a unisex thing, but when you see butts and fishnets, I start to assume like, all right,
Plur, Ross.
plur, dude. I did not have enough plur,
Yeah.
but it was jarring to just be like, all right, that's a goatee. Oh.
I don't think everybody remembers when they realize they're gay, but I think that it's to be that vivid of a moment.
It was it was a moment. It was definitely a moment of like, and he was a very small individual. So that was another thing too. This guy's like 5'1", 5'2". And,
Long hair?
no, wig. It was like colorful stuff. And I'm seeing it from the back. So I'm seeing like, EDC.
I've been mistaken with the long hair before.
Dude,
You see him from the back and you're like,
that's why
that's a woman. And then
that's why I don't have long hair anymore. You remember I was at a Jimmy John's and they were like, "Hey, your Italian's ready, ma'am, man, sir." Oh,
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was your hair. They could have just accidentally. Sometimes I call like, thank you, sir. And
well,
I'm
it
like,
wasn't over the hair. It was because I was wearing fishnets and a thong, and they saw me from the back.
It wasn't you holding hands with John Arcee.
No, it was. I definitely got called man, ma'am, sir, and I definitely thought I was looking at a girl butt once, and it was super not. Some guy named Ron, who's like probably a mechanic during during the daytime.
It's like a diesel mechanic.
Yeah, that he just dances his little
Hey,
heart
little
away
tush.
at night.
that's what we're chipping away at. How to human to human. Like, I don't see color or gender, but I get that you guys do.
Yeah,
I don't see hobby.
I don't see
I don't
color,
see personal interest.
but I that's a man ass. Okay, here's one thing about gender that I also really wanted to bring this up to you guys. This is real life, and I feel like I don't like myself over this.
Okay.
And I already feel like you guys aren't gonna like me over this as well.
We're ready.
For years, I had a pair of sunglasses. They are a pair of Smith sunglasses. I love these sunglasses. They are my favorite sunglasses ever. They are. Do you guys remember the green ones, right?
Yeah.
I lost them. It's time. I did a gig. I was like, all right, I got a little extra money. Let me buy these sunglasses again.
They're like Wayfarers, but green.
Yeah, green.
Yeah.
Or so I thought they were like Wayfarers. Because I go to buy them again.
Looked like them.
Find that I see a commercial for the sunglasses, and it's just mom after woman. There's just, oh my God, these are women's sunglasses.
Oh my gosh.
Headed to EDC this weekend?
You Michael Scotted it.
We're
Wearing a women's suit.
I was wearing women's sunglasses for like the last 2 years of my life.
Realized the zipper was on the left.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I put on my sunglasses, I was like, what is wrong with these buttons? No, but I've been.
Why do all my shirts have shoulder pads?
And why do I have to button it under my crotch?
But I
So you were rocking lady goggles for how long?
for like a year and a half, 2 years. No one noticed because they were very close to being unisex, but they definitely
Weren't.
In hindsight, they had a little cat eye.
They curled up on
They had the curl.
Yeah. Top corners were elevated. They had shoulder pads.
I thought, yeah,
Your glasses had shoulder pads.
I now have the decision.
Wait, when you were in that Jimmy John's,
I was wearing those sunglasses.
it all makes sense.
Oh
now.
No!
Yep.
I was wearing those sunglasses.
You were Jenny John.
I was Jenny John in it, man. So
wait,
I have the decision to make this past week. Do I buy the same pair of favorite sunglasses while knowing that they're women?
that is so not a question. You already wore them for a year. That's
Yeah.
like going to get a new dress and then finding out those dresses are for women.
Yes.
You already liked them.
I know. And
who
how much
cares?
should I look into that?
You should stop looking into it. I think you buy the glasses. I dare you to buy them.
Yeah,
and I
do
think
it.
you should buy them in a new color.
So
You should do it.
What were the other options? Like pink and bright pink?
indigo, pink, magenta,
Flower print?
flower print, purple.
Nah, there's some women's shoes out there that have way better like colorways than the men's.
All right.
I mean, women's shoes come in men's sizes for a reason.
You guys ever worn like a women's thong?
Not a women's thong.
Yeah, that would be too much.
We're talking like a banana hammock.
not a women's thong.
Yeah.
It's very, very funny. But in conclusion, though, I had to come to grips with this. It's like, oh man, once again, sometimes life gives you the a little pop quiz. Hey, what do you think about this? You don't get to say I don't know. And I didn't buy the glasses.
Bruh.
Wow.
I didn't buy the glasses.
That almost makes you like more gay.
Yeah. It almost seems like a bigot move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Like you didn't want your son to grow up in a house with those glasses on you?
Okay, I know.
I'm mad now. for
I
sure.
feel weird about this as well. And the glasses it's both things. I didn't want to buy the glasses because I just found out that they are women. And after second look, I was like, yeah, those are definitely cat eyes. those have the wispy shoulders, man.
I didn't even notice the rhinestone.
So I didn't buy the glasses, and then I didn't buy the glasses just because they weren't women. I also didn't buy the glasses because I already had those glasses. You know, like I've already experienced those. Let me experience something else. Then the glasses that I bought, though, I think I overcompensated.
Did you get like this wraparound?
Bro,
You
they
got some
are,
snow goggles.
bro, basically, they're like little. They're like little boy sunglasses.
Bro, stop.
Did you rock Oakleys?
They are little boy sunglasses. They,
You bought some Oakley gas cans.
yeah. So
Some
I don't.
all white.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Part of me wants to go back and buy my little cat eyes, man. I miss those
Yeah.
things.
We're mad at you for not doing that.
Yeah, I
Just to
think-
let you know. Like you were wondering if we were being mad at you. We are.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Angry, furious, boo.
I can't return the little boy sunglasses.
Well, you have a little boy, so you can give them to him.
They don't fit.
He'll grow in.
All right. You can just get me out of here.
Well, we're disappointed in Ross. He brought the bad sauce.
Being negative over here.
We're just challenging you to embrace your feminine couture.
Bro, it's 2025.
Yeah.
I need to buy women's clothing. I need to
Yes.
step up my. I need to be more of a man and buy some women's sunglasses.
You do.
Please.
I need to be more of myself
Yeah.
and embrace women apparel. That's what I have learned about myself on episode 49.
Yeah.
My name's Ross. That's Joel. And that's Nico Renato. For our wives and mothers who also wear the same sunglasses that I do. Bye.
Night. Bye.
Get ready to roll because it's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, and you, yes, you are invited to join the fun.
Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer.
It's your chance to bowl, meet celebrities, and make a real difference. Spots are filling up fast, so you don't want to wait. I don't want to brag, but my lane, my spot,
yeah.
already sold out. That's right. I will be there. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling.
The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, Saturday, April 12th at the Oviedo Bowling Center.